Welcome to this year's donor recognition. I'm Carter File, president of Hutchinson Community College, and on behalf of our faculty, our staff, and our board of trustees, it's my pleasure to welcome you and to say thank you. Times are different. While we can't meet face to face, we are still here, and we still have many reasons to celebrate and be thankful. This is my opportunity to welcome you and thank you as donors of Hutchinson Community College. It's my pleasure to be with you. Each year we have a scholarship recipient from both the Presidential Scholarship Program and the Leadership Scholarship Program give you a presentation. We're going to do the same thing this year. For the Presidential Leadership Scholarship Program, Zach Shanline, and for the Presidential Leadership Program, it will be Vicky Ruiz Velasco. This video is to thank you and honor you, our generous donors. But I'd also like to take this opportunity to introduce you to our Board of Trustees as well as our senior administrative staff at Hutchinson Community College. Let's begin with our Board of Trustees. Terry Bisbee, Rod Calhoun, Marla Erickson, David Marshall, Todd Miller, Mo Penny, and Bob Snyder. And our Hutchinson Community College Senior Administration, Dr. Cindy Haas, Vice President of Academic Affairs, Steve Porter, Vice President of Workforce Development and Outreach, Lauren Morris, Chief Information Officer, Cindy Keese, Director of the Hutchinson Community College Endowment, Brett Bright, Vice President of Student Services, and Julie Blanton, Vice President of Finance and Operation. There's also two other people I'd like to introduce to you. Lisa Jolliffe, and Lisa is the Leadership Scholarship Coordinator, and Dr. Ryan Deal, and Ryan Deal is the Honors Program Coordinator and Phi Theta Kappa Advisor. But as I said, this is to thank you, the donors, for your generosity and foresight to invest in the futures of our outstanding students. In 1993, Visionary Leadership began these programs with the intent to attract the best and the brightest in the state of Kansas to Hutchinson Community College. The program had a scholastic requirement of an ACT score of 25 and the recommendation of a high school principal and high school counselor or a high school counselor. Once the student was on campus, he or she was required to maintain a GPA of 3.2, work with a faculty mentor on a project that they would then present in the spring of their freshman year. This is a one-on-one experience with a faculty mentor that students generally don't get until they're already in graduate school. This program was then expanded to include students who could enhance the leadership climate at Hutchinson Community College. These leadership students had to have a 3.2 GPA in high school, they had to have leadership positions in high school, and they too had to have a recommendation from the principal or counselor. Once the students came to campus, they were to maintain their GPA and participate in a leadership role on our campus. They also had to complete hours of community service, and they had to complete a leadership internship. The goal was to enhance the leadership climate on the campus and to form a closer relationship and connection between the community and the college. I believe that the results of your generosity are the best measure of success. These programs have grown to 150 students from a beginning of 30. It has contributed to Hutchinson Community College having one of the largest honors program among community colleges in the state of Kansas. And the leadership climate has spawned many new clubs and organizations, so obviously the program has been a resounding success. Again, these scholarship programs would not be possible without the generosity and the generous support of you, our donors. You have made this an investment in these students' education, the future of Reno County, and the future of Kansas. Thank you for all that you do for Hutchinson Community College. Thank you. God bless you. Stay safe and have a happy holiday.
Hello, I'm Zachary Shanline, sophomore here at Hutchinson Community College. I'm a business student with plans to transfer to Wichita State University next year to major in human resource management. Here at HutCC, I'm involved in a wide variety of activities, including student ambassadors, being on an honor student council, a resident assistant, being a founding member of the HutCC Officiating Club, and being elected president of the Student Government Association. But above all else, I'm a Presidential Scholarship recipient. I say above all else because without the Presidential Scholarship, I would not be able to get involved in most, if not any, of the activities that I'm involved in. The Presidential Scholarship opened the door to the world of possibilities that I found available here at Hutch CC. And that is exactly why I'm here today, to thank you for giving me the keys to that door. Through the financial support of your donations, I am able to focus on clubs and organizations. I'm able to get involved and utilize my time here in the best way possible, rather than trying to find a part-time job to get my way through college. I am able to focus on representing the student body through being the president of SGA and recruiting new students as a student ambassador. The Presidential Scholarship means so much to me, especially now that I'm nearing graduation. When I look at my time here, I see my second home. I see people who have motivated me and challenged me the same way my own family does. That's not something you can get from other institutions. I don't feel like a student ID number here. I feel like a part of this institution, where every student, faculty member, administrator, and donor sees the value in education, but even more sees the value in a relationship. The relationships I've formed here through organizations with students and faculty members will truly last a lifetime. And none of those relationships would have been possible had I not been able to get involved in clubs and organizations through the Presidential Scholarship. Not only has your donations allowed me to excel in clubs and organizations, it has also allowed me to find challenging environments in the classroom. Being a part of the honors program is a requirement of the Presidential Scholarship, but I haven't seen it as a requirement. I see it as just a series of more opportunities. Through the honors program, I have made connections with instructors who have challenged me and motivated me to be a problem solver. But one of the biggest things that I've gotten out of the honors program is the honors project that all first-year honors students are tasked with. I was able to do my honors project over an absolute passion of mine, with a mentor who not only mentored me through the project, but has also mentored me into the professional world. I would not be as far along on my career goals as I am right now without the Presidential Scholarship. I owe you, the donors to the Presidential Scholarship, an enormous amount of thanks. Without your generosity, my Hutch CC experience would have been limited compared to what it currently is. The ability to get involved and be challenged here in college changed who I am, who I surround myself with, and who I will become. And that is something I will never forget. I believe I speak for a lot of students when I truly say thank you for all that you do for Hutchinson Community College. We would not be able to do what we do every day without your support and generosity. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Vicky Reese Velasco. I'm a sophomore here at Hutchinson Community College and an active member of the Leadership Scholars. Some background history of me is that I graduated from Scott Community High School in 2019 and decided to come to Hutchinson Community College in the route of becoming a dental hygienist and furthering my education at Wichita State University. Go Shockers. Coming to Hutchinson Community College and becoming a leadership scholar has made a huge impact on me personally. During high school, I did everything possible to get every scholarship I could or any achievement that was at my reach. I was an honor student in high school. I was vice president of HALO, which happens to be the Hispanic American Leadership Organization. I was also the student who completed 150 plus hours of community service. I was involved in sports after school. I was also a teacher for the children at my church. And I also worked part-time as a CNA, which happens to be a certified nursing assistant at a nursing home. As you can see, I was a planner and a doer, but I was always a kid just in the back row, just worrying about if I was gonna be able to make it to college. And also knowing that with my parents' financial issue, it was a do or don't. Especially since I knew my parents already had enough fees financially, and I just didn't want college to be another one of their issues. However, there was still a fear in the back of my head telling me, do it or don't do it. Yet that changed my perspective after finding out the opportunities Hutchinson Community College provides for students out here. Some of the leadership requirements for your first year is completing 30 hours of community service and being involved in a club here at HCC. During your second year of being a leadership scholar, you are required to experience a 30-hour internship and write about your experience about being an intern. I personally did my community service at sporting events here in the college through the sports medicine program. I also did an internship shadowing one of the certified athletic trainers here. However, I'll be doing a second internship at a dentist's office for the spring semester. With your generous donation, I'm able to come to college and do my studies without having my parents worrying about the fees that they have to pay afterwards. So this leadership scholarship gave me the helping hand that I needed, but also the helping hand that my parents needed. With my time here in Hutch, I have been given the privilege to be a student athletic trainer. I've been a note taker for my biology class, a math tutor here at the campus library, an honor student, and the biggest privilege of all, being a Hutchinson Blue Dragon. And I couldn't have done that without all of you. However, I'm only a small percentage of the leadership scholars, and I know for a fact that they're pushing through their studies right at this moment and accomplishing the most outstanding achievements they can, just because of your donation. The time and effort you put into us is not forgotten, but greatly appreciated. So I want to thank you on behalf of the leadership scholars for showing us what an education feels like. So thank you.